this computer. I am recording now, Sandy. So if you
Okay,
do,
teacher, no problem.
okay.
Happy New Year, teacher.
Thank you, Cindy. Happy New Year to you as well. So Cindy,
Thank you.
tell me, where are you calling in from? What is your native country? What is your native country?
Colombia.
Okay,
It's the same hour from Carolina del Norte.
okay, and that's in, is that Mexico or is that Brazil? Which one? Where's Catalina? Where?
No, I'm sorry. I'm from Colombia, but the hour here from Colombia is the same hour from your city, North Carolina. The same hour, the same time.
Okay, the time. You're in Colombia. Yes. Okay, and what is your native language?
Spanish.
Your native language is Spanish. Super. How long have you been learning English?
Many years ago, teacher, so I need to get the fluency.
Okay, well, you can definitely practice here with me, and when others join us, you'll have others that you can practice with as well. So this should be a great activity for us today. And what are some of the reasons you want to learn to become fluent in English? What is one reason you'd like to become fluent in English?
Because I want to apply to a very good job with a very good salary, but they told me I need to be high level in English. I need to speak in high level and very fluency, like a native.
I see. Now, what are some of the things, tell me some of the things that you're currently doing to improve your English, other than being in the Facebook group. Are you a member of the Facebook group?
Yes, of course. I am with my mom Facebook, Amy Torres.
Okay. And did you?
Because I don't have Facebook.
Okay. Did you subscribe to the channel, to the YouTube channel?
Yes, of course. I always see your videos.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason I ask is because I really don't remember seeing a lot of active communication by text from you. And if you actively participate online by typing something, even if your sentence structures are not good, in many occasions, I will correct them for you, and that will give you additional practice. Learning to speak English fluently does require effort, but once you've mastered a level, it becomes effortless because you start to think about English just as you would if it were your native English language. Okay. Well, our class time has started. You are the only person here at the moment. Let me just find an activity that we can share online and have a brief discussion about it. Not like this one. First, I'll ask you to read, and then we'll talk about what you are reading. Okay, so let me share my screen. And do you see the topic, New to America?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. What I'm going to ask you to do is to read this article, New to America, then we're going to talk about this article. Are you ready? Could you start to read for me?
Yes, teacher, of course. Nancy was new to America. She came to America speaking only her native language. She brought her 8-year-old son with her. She was all she had in the world.
Okay, now this word here is he. He.
Yes, he. I'm sorry, teacher.
He was all. And you should pronounce this as 8-year-old.
Okay.
8-year-old. Nancy was new to America. She came to America speaking only her native language. She brought her 8-year-old son with her. He was all she had in the world. All right, continue reading for me.
Okay. They found an apartment in Arcadia. They were there for only 2 months when a neighborhood dog jumped over the fence. The dog ran toward Nancy's son. Nancy put her body in between the dog and her son. The dog stopped when it saw Nancy screaming at it. She was going to punch it in the nose. The dog turned around.
Okay, now we have a little bit of a difficulty with our ED words. So this word is going to be, let's see, we're going to have this word as turned. Can you say turned?
Turn.
Okay, and then this is neighbor's dog jumped. Neighbor's dog jumped.
Neighbor's dog jumped.
Jumped. Jumped.
Jumped.
Mm-hmm.
With T at the end.
Yeah, this one has the T at the end. Jumped.
Okay.
Jumped.
Neighbor's dog jumped.
Uh-huh. So it'd be like J-U-M-P-T. Jumped. Jumped.
Jumped. Jumped.
That's correct. Jumped. The neighbor's dog jumped. Okay.
Jumped.
So it reads, they found an apartment in Arcadia. They were there for only 2 months when a neighbor's dog jumped over the fence. The dog ran toward Nancy's son. Nancy put her body in between the dog and her son. The dog stopped when it saw Nancy screaming at it. She was going to punch it in the nose. The dog turned around. Okay. Could you read the next paragraph?
Yes, teacher. Shaking, Nancy took her son upstairs. They stayed in the apartment all weekend. Then Nancy found another apartment close to the school that her son was going to attend.
Great. Shaking, Nancy took her son upstairs. They stayed in the apartment all weekend. Then Nancy found another apartment close to the school that her son was going to attend. Next paragraph.
She and her son walked everywhere. One day, her son started coughing badly. He had an asthma attack. All the walking was making his asthma worse.
Great. She and her son walked everywhere. One day, her son started coughing badly. He had an asthma attack. All the walking was making his asthma worse. The next paragraph. Nancy?
Nancy knew that she had to buy a car, so she called up the Honda dealer. She talked to a salesman who spoke her language. She told him that she wanted to buy a new car if he could come over to pick her up. The salesman said he would be right over.
Okay, very nicely done. This word is going to be talked. She talked. That one ends in the T. Nancy knew that she had to buy a car. She called up the Honda dealer. She talked to a salesman who spoke her language. She told him she wanted to buy a new car if he could come over to pick her up. The salesman said he would be right over. Are there any questions about what you read? Any questions about what you read?
No, teacher. Everything is okay.
Okay, super. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to listen to the way that you formulate your sentences. Was Nancy new to America? Was Nancy new to America?
Yes, she was new.
Yes, Nancy was new to America. How many languages could Nancy speak? How many languages could Nancy speak?
Nancy can speak only her native language.
That's correct. Nancy can only speak her native language. Did Nancy bring her daughter with her to America? Did Nancy,
Yes,
did
yes,
Nancy bring her daughter? Did Nancy bring her daughter with her to America?
okay. No, she didn't. She didn't broke her daughter.
She didn't bring, no, she didn't bring her daughter, but she did bring her son. Did Nancy bring her daughter to America?
No, she didn't bring her daughter.
Who did she bring to America?
She only bring her son, 8 years old.
She only brought her 8-year-old son. Who did she bring to America? She
She
brought,
brought to America only his son.
not his son, but her son. She brought to America her 8-year-old son. Who
She
did
brought to America only her 8 years old boy.
her 8-year-old son? Very good. Who did Nancy bring with her to America? Same question.
She brought to America only her 8 years old son.
Is it 8 years or 8-year-old? 8-year-old son. 8-year-old son. How old is her son?
8 year old.
Very good. Who did Nancy bring to America?
She brought to America only her 8-year-old son.
Very good. Was her son all she had in the world? Was her son all she had in the world?
Yes, her son is the only thing she has in the world.
Her son is the only thing she has in the world. Where did she find an apartment? Where did Nancy find an apartment?
She found an apartment in Arcadia.
Very good. How long were they there before the dog jumped over the fence? How long were they there before a dog jumped over the fence?
The dog jumped over the fence. After 2 months, she was living there.
Okay, the question is, how long did she live in the apartment before the dog jumped over the fence? She was there for only 2 months.
Ah, yes, teacher. She was there only for 2 months.
Very good. And what did the dog do? What did the dog do?
The dog jumped over the fence.
What did the dog do?
The dog jumped over the fence.
The dog jumped over the fence.
Over the fence.
What did the dog do?
The dog jumped over the fence.
Okay. Did the dog run toward Nancy's son? Did the dog run toward Nancy's son?
Yes, the dog ran toward Nancy's son.
That's correct. The dog ran toward Nancy's son. What did Nancy do with her body? What did Nancy do with her body?
She put her body between the dog and her son.
Okay. Did the dog stop when it saw Nancy screaming? Did the dog stop when it saw Nancy screaming?
Yes, the dog stopped when saw Nancy screaming at it.
What was Nancy going to do to the dog? What was Nancy going to do to the dog?
She punched it in the nose.
No, she didn't punch it in the nose. What was she going to do? What was Nancy going to do to the dog?
Ah, yes, yes. She was going to punch it in the nose.
Very good. And what did the dog do?
Turned around.
The dog turned around. What did the dog do?
The dog turned around.
Okay, very good. So, Cindy, we've completed that first and second paragraph about New to America. Can you look at this article and tell me four things that took place here? You can say something like, Nancy was new to America. They lived in an apartment for 2 months. Nancy was going to punch a dog in the nose, but the dog turned around. Tell me four things about this article. Just
Okay.
4 things.
In this article, I read Nancy came to America and she obviously was new in this country and she only speak her native language.
She only spoke.
And
She only spoke her native language. She only.
she only spoke her native language.
Mhm,
And she found an apartment in Arcadia.
mhm.
And she only broke her son, and her son is only 8 years old.
Okay, very good. So that is 4 things. So you told me that Nancy is new to America. She can only speak her native language. She found an apartment in Arcadia, and she came with her 8-year-old son. Very, very good. Now,
Okay.
let's see what you can remember without really looking. Did a dog jump over the fence? Did a dog?
Yes, teacher. The dog jumped over the fence.
Okay. The dog jumped over the fence. Instead of you're looking for the answers, I don't want you to look for the answers.
Okay.
Let's see. How do I? Okay, make this black. How old is Nancy's son?
Her son is 8 years old.
Can Nancy speak Spanish?
Yes, she can speak Spanish.
Can she speak English?
No, she cannot speak English.
Did she hurt the dog? Did Nancy hurt the dog?
No, she was going to punch his nose.
But she didn't. Okay, very good. All right, well, this concludes our session since you are the only one there today, that you are the only one here participating. Do you have any questions about today's session?
No, teacher, everything is perfect, and thank you so much for the lesson.
Okay, it is my pleasure. This will post on the Facebook page, and I hope that you will join me on tomorrow at the same time as today's lesson. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Okay, teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
The lessons are are for how many days?
Well, it depends. Think of these sessions as television. Do you watch TV?
No.
You don't watch TV?
Netflix.
Okay, you watch Netflix. Well, Netflix probably is compensated by having a membership. I think you must have a membership to watch Netflix. Is that right? You must have
yes,
a
teacher.
Right. And the same is with me. If you join the Speak Excellent English Academy, you will have access to me every day that you wish. Membership right now is at new memberships. It's $5. Monthly memberships are $19.97. When I'm doing these free classes from the Speak Excellent English Facebook group, it is because I want to get the students that are there accustomed to my voice, and hopefully they will purchase the membership just like you would do with Netflix. So with Netflix, you can watch Netflix whenever you wish. Is that right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
teacher.
And that would be the same with joining a membership. But for now, the classes are free. And if you come every day and look at what we're doing in the Facebook group, you'll know exactly when there are free classes. Okay, does that answer your question?
Ah, yes, teacher. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much for coming, and be sure to invite your friends to participate. I would love to have them join us. Until our, let's see, I can stop sharing. So until my next post, I'm Dr. Priscilla. I'm the CEO and founder of Speak Excellent English. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.